you doing, man?
Real good. Try not to slip. A little slippery.
Evan, I assume a day like today is one of the reasons why you came here. How did it feel playing out on that field and having a game like this for the defense?
I mean, it was awesome. You know, we came in with a plan. We knew what we wanted to do. We knew they had a high-powered offense, and I mean, we just came out and executed really, and did it at full speed. Personally, I mean, I was just having fun out there. It just felt great to, fly around, be around the guys, and just enjoy that time on the field. But yeah, I mean, you said it, amazing. These are the moments we live for, and I was just enjoying it. If you see me with a smile out there, I was definitely just having fun and playing the game how it's supposed to be played.
Coach said you guys knew their run-pass balance and how that might impact the way you're able to try to get after the passer and all that. So just how much anticipation did you guys have, knowing that you might be able to get after more?
Yeah, for sure. We knew they were going to air it out. I mean, that's what they do. And, I mean, really our plan up front was just to let our big guys eat. I mean, we got a really talented group of guys up front, a really deep group of guys that, I mean, we could sub in at any time. We got fresh legs and let them go chase the quarterback. We had, I probably can't count on one hand how many sacks we had this game. And yeah, I mean, all credit to those guys up front, just sticking to the game plan and letting the rush eat and doing their job.
You want to brag about your group though a little bit? I mean, some of those sacks.
Yeah.
It felt like.
I mean, I like giving the credit to somebody else, but I'll take a couple credit, a little bit of credit for we like to think some of those are coverage sacks. In the back end, holding our our people accountable and just doing our job. We like to think that we have a little effect on how we rush the passer, but I'm giving most, if not all, the credit to the guys up front.
It also seems like you had success as a defense when you brought players from different levels, yourself included. We're in on a couple of those. Just talk about how difficult it might be for an offense when your guys are coming from every different angle, along with up front.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we were really multiple in our blitzes and our pressures this week, and especially when we're able to get it to second and long, third and long, makes it a lot easier for us to we have a tendency to understand what they're probably going to do on offense, so we feel more confident in bringing in some more exotic blitz pass and bringing me off the edge or a corner, or, different people from different areas. So yeah, we got them to second and long, third and long a lot of times, and we're able to capitalize on those opportunities.
With all the attention they were getting, did you guys feel a little disrespected coming into this game?
I mean, I'm not going to say we felt disrespected, but we definitely had a chip on our shoulder. We knew all the noise, all the attention was going to be on us, and we just wanted to put a good showing out there. So, I mean, we tried not to pay much attention to the outside noise, but just to, focus on our preparation and, keep the main thing, and that's winning. So.
Brandon's pregame speech, was kind of picked up and was given a lot of attention. What were your thoughts on it, and how did it kind of fire up the team heading out to the
Which
game?
one? Because he gave a couple. Was it one in the locker room?
Yeah,
no.
They're playing for clicks, we're playing for wins.
Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, he knows how to get us hyped up. He's a master at what he does. I mean, and he knows that. I mean, we know that every time we step on the field, he has our backs and we have his. So, I mean, whenever somebody like that is getting fired up for you guys, I mean, it's going to be a big moment and you got to be ready for it. So, that speech got us all fired up. But I think we're just all ready for the moment. I mean, just because it was here. Not as much as because of a speech, but as because of just how we prepared and how much effort we put into it. And I mean, a speech wasn't really necessary, but he got us going and it put us in a right mind state.
What role did the crowd play today?
Oh, it was huge. I mean, every time it got into a second and long, third and long, I mean, every time we were out there on the field, the amount of false starts and the amount of just unnecessary penalties from their side of the ball, I mean, definitely creates a huge effect on the defense. We were able to get them from, let's say a 3rd and 8 to a 3rd and 20. I mean, that's a huge difference. So, I mean, yeah, and it affected their communication, most definitely. And it was rocking today, to say the least. It was tough to make calls, to the person standing 5 feet away from you. So, we love whenever we can have the fans at our back. It's a huge help. And, I mean, I think we use that to our advantage for sure.
When Coach says what he says pregame about substance over flash,
as a defense that you can't speak to things last year, but was looking for answers, was looking for more sacks, was looking for containment of a lot of things in the passing game. What does it feel like to hold a team where there was a lot of flash for the last several months to less than 200 yards passing, to nearly a shutout, to 7 sacks, to back up what your coach was asking for?
I mean, it feels great. But, we have a saying each week. It's not as much who we're playing as we think we're playing ourselves. That's how we kind of view it. That's our perspective on it. We're playing Oregon each week, and if we could get a little better from last week, then we see that as a win in our book. So, we like to keep the standard, and I think we did a pretty good job of upholding that today against a good offense. They were trying to do a lot, get some open people downfield, but we let our D-line, just eat up front, honestly, and they helped us out and had some good coverage in the back end. So, it feels great to execute like that and just to uphold the standard.
Pretty unique that the defensive, the play of the game was all the sacks from your defensive line. Just how does that feel when you're getting, that sort of recognition? Because that doesn't normally happen in that sort of honor, I guess you could say.
For sure. I mean, you'll see me a couple times back there in the post just with my hands up after like a third down sack, just because it makes it so easy for us in the back end, knowing that you only have to cover for whatever, three max seconds until, this quarterback is running around for his life, because we got, 4 guys up front that are making his life hell. So, it's awesome in the back end having guys like that up front, and it just makes our job so much easier.
Going back to Media Day, you talked about wanting this defense to be feared. What kind of statement do you feel like you guys' performance put out today?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're definitely on the way. Just each time we step out there, we try to uphold the standard, and we're just trying to get 1% better, each time, just trying to clean up the little things. And so this was, definitely a step in the right direction, if I could say so myself. I mean, there's still a bunch of things we could clean up on. I think, there's a couple of third downs we let get away that's just on us. That's based on our mistakes, not them converting against us. So, I mean, we still have a long ways to go, I feel like. But in terms of being feared, I think we're headed down the right path.
What kind of a toll do you think your guys' consistent pressure puts on an offense or puts on a quarterback? Like, did you sense a shift at all once you're getting home as frequently as you guys are, just in terms of how they're carrying themselves?
I mean, it's just tough from an offensive perspective. You want to create a play to get people open downfield, but if you don't have the time to, it doesn't even matter. So you have receivers running, 40-yard routes down the field, and for nothing. It's just conditioning for them, basically, just to lose 10 yards. So, I could see that being demoralizing, and I didn't pay too much attention to it, but I'm sure it was, not too happy for the other side of the ball, and, I was loving it back there.
We talk about the offense sort of finding the rhythm when they get into the end zone and score pretty consistently. Is it something similar for the defense when you're pitching a shutout like this?
For sure. It's a... you kind of get in a groove and a rhythm as a defense, know how to play off each other, know how aggressive guys are playing, and just, you kind of get in a groove. I guess that's the best way to say it. And I feel like a lot of our guys were just playing fast, not thinking too much, but doing their job and just executing at full speed. And I think when we do that, execute our assignments like that, we're really tough to beat.
With this performance, did you guys sort of surprise yourself? Obviously, I mean, the point spread was 3 scores, but were you guys a little bit surprised about how well you guys performed? I mean, it was lights out on defense.
I can't say so. I think we have a standard each week to uphold, and I wanted the shutout personally. I know a lot of guys on our sideline wanted the shutout as well. I think that's what we have come to expect from ourselves. Game in and game out. We know we're going to play some great offenses, and we know that there might be a play or two that gets away from us in a drive. But the expectation is to pitch a shutout each week, and we've been taking the right steps to make sure we're getting close to that or doing that each week. So proud of the guys, just the way we competed today, the way we got after it, and ready to celebrate for sure.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys.